Or YouTube, we are using this piece of wood right here as a wood wedge used in construction only to install windows and doors. It is no way used for a firearm. We will use it to point at objects throughout the room. Again, this is a wood wedge to install windows and doors in a house for construction. We will use it to point at objects throughout the room. And YouTube, nothing is for sale. Nothing is for sale. Nothing. Nada se vende. Alex, welcome back, buddy. Mango, hey, bud. What just happened? You must not have been listening. I said I was going to restart it because the algorithms were only 9 people. YouTube kicked me off. No, they didn't. What's nice, though, is if they kick you off, you only lose an hour versus 2.5, 3 hours. That would be the nice thing about it. Like, you won't be losing a whole huge long video you spent 2.5, 3 hours on. Instead of, you'll just lose 1 hour. And then your 24-hour cooling period they always get you with. But that's weird. It shows only one person in the chat, but I know there's at least 2. Now 3. Hey, he's back, says Alex. We got both Alexes in here. No, there's actually 3 in there. For some reason, it only says 1. It hasn't refreshed. There's an Alex and Durkin, and then there's you, then Mango of Tahiti. It has a glitch, because it only says 2 are in here for the plus, the thumbs up too, but someone told me it always shows 1 behind on the thumb for some reason. Oh, let's see here. All right, 14 in the chat. All right, let's put this up in the corner. There we go. Are you a real American? I live in southern Arizona, Israel, so probably. Amy Alvarado, what's up? But I just say your AK is very nice. Yes, it's a Kalashnikov USA. I really like it. Oh, now it's showing 14. 59 on my end. Sandali Send Yedin, what's up? Because you have a lot of guns. Yes, I do. What's your favorite gun? WW2. One of my favorite is the TTI Canic Combat right there. Henderson Farms, welcome back. Are they real? California, they are. Wow, it's so impressive. Thank you, Margot. Damn, bro, is that a Magnum? Yes, we have a Lubus. We have a Magnum 500, a Magnum 357, a 22 Magnum, and a 460 Magnum right there. W2 says cool, and then he says bye. Is that a Switchblade? Nope. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it's an OTF. Out the front. What's your favorite revolver? My favorite revolver is that 460 Magnum back there. You're going to prison. What for, buddy? Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I need to take somebody out there. It's hard to choose. The Magnum 460 is nice. Sendy, that is a Magnum 460. Ship me one to London. Unfortunately, nothing's for sale. What's your favorite gun? Cool wheel guns. Thank you. Yeah, today is Wheel Gun Thursday. That's one of my favorite, Timothy, right there. The TTI Canic Combat in the back there. 6.7. We don't do that here. Any World War 1 guns. No user. Let's see here, guys. Put this guy in timeout for a minute. Let him cool his jets. You have a 1911. I do. It's in the safe. Best buddy. Thanks, Lubas. Holy crap. How are you able to buy all these? It's America, brother. Nice leather. Yeah, I have a little bit of leather there. I have a nice leather holster in the safe. What's up, Bear? Yes, that one's a 357 right there, Mr. DC Reptiles. It also shoots 38 specials. Can we see the Canic sketch up close? Dad players, yes. That's a Glock 20, Mr. Di Gorgavalo. Put the money in the bag. Yeah. World War II guns? Yeah, I have a couple of them. That one's a pre-World War II from 89, or sorry, 39. This one here is a 303 British. It's hard to see. Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1. That's a Mosin Nagant from 43. And then we have a Cold War semi-auto Tuckeroff in there from 54. And we have a Cold War Narinko right here. And the AK Israel is right there. Kalashnikov. Hello, can you call me a goober? You remind me of my father. He loves guns too. 357 mag Reptile. I mentioned that one. It's right there. Do you get all the license? What you mean, buddy? California. Put this guy in timeout. Vietnam guns. Do I have any Vietnam guns? That would be an M4, right? I don't have one of those. What else do they have? A Nambu? No. Do you have a 44? Timothy, I have a 44 Magnum lever action right there. That bottom one on the rack. Tulfagaris. I don't, American. What do you use them for? I do hunting. Also protect livestock and stuff like that. What do you use your guns for? I already mentioned that. What do you all going to? What you mean, scientist? Do you get all a license? California, I'm not sure what you mean. Timothy says, yeah, at 44. It's right there. Antonio Gavergas, nothing is for sale. Blue one is cool. Thank you. That's a Canic Sketch. Fighter mirror. Let's see here. California, I have no idea. Reword your question so I can understand what you're saying. Glock Blue, new lore update. That one's not the Glock. That's a Canic Sketch, Mr. McWars. Do you have a 44? Timothy, it's right there in front of you. It's the lever action. Let's see here. Mr. California has fallen. Please clarify your question about your licensing. Wow. Do you have a nice collection? Thank you. My favorites are lever actions. There you go. Timothy, I already answered that one. The gun license. We don't need gun license in Arizona. In California, you need a firearm safety card. I had that when I lived there. Am I trained? I'm not trained, but I am a good shot, Troy. AK-47 staring right at you, faker wave. I'm so sorry. No wordy freedoms. We had to restart it. I'm 9 years old. Well, if you're 9, you can't belong in here. Any Mosins? We have a Mosin Nagant right there. And a Mauser right there. You should have gun locks on every gun in there. Nope. M. Jackson? We don't have to. Mods, there's a couple in here. Glock 19 or 1911. Isaiah's 1911. What's up, Jason? I already answered that, California, so please stop asking it. Pawn Shop had a Mauser for sale a year ago, but they wanted 1,000. Dude, way too much. How'd you get all them? Get all the gun license. California, what are you asking? I already told you I don't need one in Arizona. California, you need a FCS. Some other states, you need a Freud card. Some others, you need some other form. Washington, it varies by state, my friend. Mary Thomas, an AK-47, right there. The one with the red Russian wood there. Troy already answered that question. I'm reporting number 167. Yeah, me too. Got an AK-47. Mary, right there. That machine gun. No. AK-12. I do not. Gixty Knoll. Which one is best for stopping improper cultures? Excuse me, Justin? Come again? What's your favorite shotgun? Alex. The 10-gauge Beretta Silverhawk right there. Don't forget to subscribe to get a chance to win a range bag. Thank you, Henderson Farms. Let's see, what are your thoughts on a Marlin 1895 Trapper? Hockey boy, I'd love to get one myself, so that should say something. I love them. You have training spot. I don't, Troy. Those AKs look nice. What wood finish is on them? The AK, I believe that's just the Russian red, and that one's an SKS. Car 98. Juan, this one's pretty much a Car 98 right there. It's a Mauser from 1938 from Turkey. Freedom, I've been doing that. I've been actually taking them out. AR-15 there, California. Yes, and that is from California. It's a California legal one. What's your coolest gun? Mason, probably that Canic Sketch right there would be probably what people would say is the coolest. Jason says, good night, Jerome. Sweet dreams. Thank you, buddy. It's the most American thing I've ever seen. Guys, like and subscribe if you want to get put into the giveaway. You have to be subscribed. Turn your notifications on, too. Any coach guns. I wish kids with guns. I'd love to. Jet says he's back. You have an AR-15 pistol. No, Mary, I have a MP5 pistol right there. Do you have an estimate of how many guns are in there? Timothy, 80, 90? I don't know. What are your thoughts on 895 Sniper? I already mentioned that one. I don't have a laser pointer. Unfortunately, Cody, you can't use a laser pointer. One of my friends that do YouTube did a laser, and YouTube kicked him off. This is the most American thing I've ever seen. It's your 3-7 Ruger Red Hawk. It is Bear. It is. Whoops, wrong one. Actually, did something there I wasn't supposed to. Sorry about that, Alex. Like and subscribe. Thank you, buddy. ARPs. No, we don't have ARPs. What do you think of all your guns cost? I don't know, Mr. Egg. Don't forget to subscribe to win a free range bag. What is the smallest gun you own? Ashley, it's in a little... It's in that thing right in there. It's a little 22. It's my oldest gun, too, and my rarest gun. They only made like 400 of them. Well, someone said up to 1,000, but I don't know. It's from 1889 to 1871. I'm shocked to not see a Henry lever. American. That's because I wasn't to them yet. Right there at the very top is a Henry. The rest are Winchesters. Do you have a Deagle? No, I don't. Have a machine? No, I don't. Do you have a switch? No, I don't. Where are your bullets? Right there, Troy. I have a Russian M44. Nice, Christian. Been meaning to get a Marlin for a while. Just having a hard time finding a decent price 3.6. Yeah. I have a 30.6 Remington 700. Very nice. Brother, who are your ops? What you mean, absolutely? Smallest gun, I already showed that or told you about it. Yes, the 3-7 is a Ruger. I'm going to have to go to the bottom, guys. Michigan sucks. Yep. No RPGs. AK-47s right there. K2 designs. Favorite straight-walled cartridge. I don't know, Jeffrey. 45-70 if I had one, but 22s are fun. I would like to know how many Winchester Marlin 330s and 30 specials sit in homes. Just sit there, right? I don't have any Marlins or 32 specials. They're different. Loonflex says, so thank God the Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying. This man was like the sheriff in the town and told everyone. Any bolt action 22s? Ashley, yes, they're in the safe. I have 3 bolt actions, I think. He got dozed like evening with my 300 Win Mag for junior rifle. 300 Win Mag for junior rifle. Wow, Daniel, that's hard kicking. Sorry if this has been asked before. Do you have any Smith & Wessons? Yeah, I have a Smith & Wesson 460 Bear right there. 460 Magnum. And Smith & Wesson 2.0 Bodyguard. Tungsten Gray Desert Eagle. I don't, but you do. Nice, Cody. Oh, the cow law, then stop telling on everybody so you could lead. I'm not sure what you mean, Moon. Great collection. Thank you. 22,250. I don't, Jed. For a vet of him explaining of why he has to run around and talk to people but stays away from me. What do you mean, Moonfleck? I'm sorry. You're lost in thought there. Thoughts on a Mini 14 with an Archangel Precision stock? 203. I hear the Mini 14s don't get an older one. They're not as accurate. Do you have a Golden Boy? I don't, Hockey. Do you have any SIGs? Yes. Evans. I have a SIG right there. 365. It's one of my EDCs, and I have a SIG M18. It's in the safe. Yes, lots of Magnums. 500 Magnum, 22 Magnum, 357 Magnum, 460 Magnum. I have a 338 Lapua Magnum. That's another 22 Magnum right there, and I have a 10-gauge Magnums behind me. Remlin 1895 G 4570. Nice, Jeffrey. Christy's back. You got a slug. Colin, I do have slugs. Digo 47. K2 Designs, no. Love the Nerf gun. Thanks, Jax. Glock 22. Throwaway, I have a Glock 20. Ashley says Nerf gun. Yeah. Do you have a Scar? No. Glock 19? No. What's up, John Crumps? Welcome, buddy. Where's the high points at? Don't have any, my friend. Thank you for showing up to us, little guys. Appreciate you, man. Yes, they're real guns. Duck Bucky. All red redemption revolvers. Guns I see. What is the knife in the light leather sheath? The light leather sheath is a Boy Scout knife. I forget what brand it is. Got it from an estate sale. What's the number in the background for? That is my subscribers. So if you want to subscribe and possibly get entered into the giveaway for a range bag, that's our subscription counter, guys. If you could help with that, we'd appreciate it. Do you remember me from the last stream? Hudson, maybe if the name was proper, I might. Unfortunately, YouTube's messing with the names and putting just the handle name, not your name. I swear if someone says 67, I'm going to crash out. Thank you for the advice, brother. You're welcome. You need a Nighthawk, brother. I don't have a Nighthawk. I have a Night Stalker. T-Sys double stack. It's underneath the table. It'll be out tomorrow. Tomorrow's tomorrow is semi-automatic pistol. Do you have a Heritage Rough Rider out? I love Ramen. Yes, that one right there is a 22 mag. I changed the handles out because they were ugly. That's a Rough Rider, and I can change the Magnum out, the cylinder out for 22 LR. Do I have a 686, or you do, a 686, 6-inch barrel stainless? Nice bear. I'm 12, but I have a machine gun. Israel, you are not. Glock 19. I don't, KD Designs. I have a Glock 20. Nice Rugers. Thank you. Pew, I was going to say if they're real. Yeah, they're real. Do you have a 338 Lapua? Hudson, I do. Right there. Ruger Precision. Best cowboy western guns I've ever seen. Thank you, King. Like and subscribe. Guys, we also have shorts of shooting. We have long formats of shooting. We have exploring caves, mines. Today we went to Tombstone. We did a live on that, 2 of them. If you want to check out those lives, I'm near Tombstone, so. And I'm going to post some videos about it eventually. Do you have 22s? Yes, I do. That's a 22 mag. That's a 22. This one here's a 22 mag, and I have 22s in the safe. Love the P365. So nice. Yes, Evan. Mine's the macro. 22 Magnum in there. Yes, there is. Aiden, that's a 22 mag. Black Widow, in that one revolver, there's a 22 mag. I can put that cylinder in. It's a 22 LR. Favorite gun YouTubers. What are my favorite gun YouTubers? For lives would be Papa Pew Pews, Carson. What's the other one? FAL Man, Utah Dad, below average Utah Dad. The Arms Room. A few, to name a few, for lives. What kind of truck do you have? I don't have a truck. Do you have a ghost gun? I don't, Jason. Best thing about revolvers, no shells on the ground. That's what I like about them, too. What's up, Burnt? I read the Glock KB 17 field knife with a solid blade. Do you have a Colt 45 Peacemaker? I love ramen. There's a Colt 45. It's kind of like a Peacemaker cattleman look. Favorite one you have is a 500 Magnum. There we go, Alex. Isaiah says you have an AK. Yes, I've got an AK-47. Do you have a Glock 17? Zane, I don't. I have a Glock 20 right there. Let's see here. Welcome, by the way. Do you have a Ruger Wrangler? I don't, Bear. 2A is the way. Black again. What's up, Stifler? What is the third revolver down from the right? Third revolver down on the right. That one right there? That is a Ivor Johnson top grade from late 1800s. It's a 32 Smith & Wesson short. Read approach to sharing educational guns with folks. Thanks, Jonathan. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Jonathan Sniper. I have a sniper over here. Chevy or Ford? It depends on the years. Is there a rifle? I got all sorts of rifle. All right. Night all. Good night, Jax. Where's the Mac 10? Metal. It must still be at the gun store because I don't have one. Dad has a shotgun and a hunting rifle. Nice, Jason. What was your first gun? It's in the safe. It is a 22 bolt action, and it's a Mark II Savage. Jed says 270 versus 243. I've never shot a 243. I love my 270. Guys, 72 in the chat. Like and subscribe if you could. You ready for the zombie apocalypse? Yes, we am, Young. Is there a shotgun in there? Yes. DesertArmoryAndMore. That's a shotgun. 12 gauge Sega clone. There's 3 pumps in there. Bolt action there. These are all shotguns here. All of these, but the last 3 are shotguns. What's your favorite gun? Keyston. One of my favorite is the Tachanonic Combat right there. Thanks for the subscription, guys. I see that's going up. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. I'm confused. Nothing's for sale, Justin. Nothing is for sale. What gun to use for hunting? Sheriff Feb. We're going to use the 30-30 lever action, and we're going to use the for up close when we're hunting in the brush. And if we don't get in the brush and get in the distance, like on flat, we're going to use the 270 Remington 700. This looks illegal. Well, it's not. Any Makarovs or Tokarov? Fozu. I have both of those. I have a Makarov and a Tokarov. If you want to see them, they'll be out tomorrow's live at 6 p.m. Arizona time. If you want to see the Tokarov and the Makarov, they'll be on the table tomorrow's live. Do you have 50 Beowulf? I don't, King. AR-15. Zane, yes. Right there. La Armona, already showed you the shotguns. Mark says I'm subscribed. Thank you. Clint, no Desert Eagles. What's a good first gun? Metal, what you're needing it for? Do you need a handgun or a hunting rifle? Biggest gun, Zane, is the 338 Lapua right there. For my bolt actions, my biggest revolver is the 500 right there, the BFR. And then my biggest shotgun is 10 gauge. Do you own a Micro Draco? I don't. Are Glocks fully automatic? Mine? No, Young, they aren't. I only have one Glock. What you got into guns? I grew up around guns, Evans. B2 Bomber says, hi, what's up? Ever shot any of the air weights? Bear, I haven't. The gun law in Tasmania, Australia is sketchy, prohibited unless you get a gun license. What's the law over there? You just need to have proof of citizenship, which is either a birth certificate or a social security card, and you need to be over 21 for handguns and over 18 for long rifles and shotguns. First gun, Alex, that is a bolt action inside the safe. Hi, I'm here. My dad bought a 270 and a 308 yesterday. Nice, Drew. Welcome back. Oldest gun, I love ramen, is right there. It's from 1840s roughly. It is a Kentucky cap and ball. Thank you, sir. Love the H&R guns. I just subscribed. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you. My dad was in the Navy. He was a lot of guns. Appreciate his service, Keeson. Thank you for his service. You need a Shockwave Mossberg. There we go. Zane, I have a 1911. It's in the safe. It'll be out tomorrow on the table. If you want to see it, come back tomorrow. Yes, I have a Makarov in the safe. Do I have a 243? Dwayne, no, I don't. Love the guns. Thank you, Matt. Do you have a Smith & Wesson? Dwayne, that right in the back there is a Smith & Wesson 460 Magnum, and that one is a 2.0 Bodyguard Smith & Wesson. I am also ready for the red coats. There you go. Inshallah, brother, what you mean? Feds and SWAT are on their way. Really, really, brother. This is totally legal. Do you have a bolt action? I have a lot of bolt action. Do you have German World War II guns? Shara, I do. This one's from 1938, so that's right before World War II. The one in between, it's a little hard to see with the scope on, is a 303 British Lee Enfield. It's a number 4 Mark I. It's from 42, and this is a Mosin Nagant right here from 42. It's an M38 carbine. Shooters! No, they aren't. They aren't crap shooters, buddy. Tim, to your dad's house, if you know who that is. Yeah, I know, right? For self-defense, they could be used for that. I use them for hunting, for protecting livestock. 50 cal. I do, Kaysen, that's a 50. It's a 500 Smith & Wesson, so that's a 50 cal. Do you like the 30-30? I do. I'm his dad, yeah, okay. Do you have 20 gauge? Mr. Scuff Stuff? I have a 20 pump Weatherby in the safe. Do you have a carbine? I don't have a 30 carbine. I have a Mosin Nagant carbine. I have a lever action saddle ring carbine right there. And so is the 22. And then that's pretty much a carbine, the 30-30 right there. Do you have a Smith & Wesson? Dwayne, I mentioned that already. 460 Smith & Wesson revolver and a 2.0 Bodyguard. Weak airsoft collection. You're just jealous, Jones. Come on, man. You're just jealous. What is the giveaway about? Please, thanks. It's for a range bag, Sniper. Jonathan Snipe. Brother loves guns. There you go. What is your least favorite gun? Drew, it's in a little brown box underneath the table. It's a Lorson 25 ACP. Cool, keep this in mind. 300 Blackout, I don't have one. Do you have a Beretta? I don't, Jones. What do you film on? I use my phone, or for longer formats, I use my GoPro. Currently, I'm on a phone. Grandpa bought a Colt 45. Nice. Smallest gun is Ruin is a 22 that's in a brown box underneath the table. What's up, 555? What's your favorite knife? It'd be that buck knife because it has a lot of sentimental value to it. Do you have a small what? MMG? No. Is there a shotgun slugs? I do shoot slugs. Bro has more functioning guns than the Russian army. Do you have a Colt 45? Dwayne, yes. That one with the gold medallion. Guys, I'm going to have to scroll to the bottom and skip some years, unfortunately. MP5. Yes, Dando, I do. Is there an SMG? No. You have a single-shot 22 rifle. Yeah, I have two. Jason, I have two of them. There's a single-shot Winchester Model 67A in the safe. And then I have a single-shot in this lever action over there. I mean, in that leather sheath. That's a, what do you call it? Nitro King, the brand is? Schleifschlau Nitro King. You should get a Lakota hunting knife. I'm not even sure I know what those are. Oh, the small revolvers, Ivor Johnson. Dave, some of them, the smallest ones, no. The medium one there is an Ivor Johnson top break, and that little one right there is, so one of them. Let's see here. What is your favorite AR? Kaysen, the only one I have is that one, but it wouldn't be my favorite, I don't think. US. What do you mean, green one? What's up? What inspired you to make YouTube videos? Evan actually seen other people do it, and they're kept encouraging me. Why don't you do some videos? You talk about you have this, that, and the other. Why don't you make some? I was like, I don't know, I don't know. R700s, Danato. I don't have any R700s. I have some Remington. If you're meaning Remington 700s, yes, I got two of them. A 270 and a 30-06, both from the 70s. DesertArmoryAndMore, I confirm the timestamp my life for why they removed it, and it was shortly after I turned the green screen on. So it looks like their bot couldn't tell the difference. Yeah, yep, dude. The timestamp they gave me when they said I was offing firearms to somebody for money was at a 25-second mark, and all I was saying is, see you at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Yeah. They have an antler handle, Lakota hunting. That sounds cool. Hey, Green, you think I'm sus? Hey, Green, welcome to Desert Armory More. How's your evening going? I'm not sus. No, I'm not sus. Maybe you are. I don't know. Guys, everybody agree? Maybe? Let's see. Do you have gauge 16? No, gauge 16? Oh, a 16 gauge. Yeah, it's a double barrel. You want to see it? That has it has 9,100 and something views. That is a 16 gauge right there. Zastava, made in where's that one made? I forget where that one's made. Hungary? No, it's not Hungary. Any bullpups? I don't have any bullpups. Laramano. Right there's an AK-47. Love the Average Johnson top loaders. David, me too. They're fun. One's a 38 Smith & Wesson long and or short, and the other one's a 32 short Smith & Wesson. Please, are you sus? No, I'm not. Good, yeah, no. I'm all the sus and definitely stiff. That's to be expected. Excuse me. Did you see my comment on my rare sword? Alex, I'm not sure. It might have not went through. Steval is Czech. Oh, Zastava? Actually, this one is not Czech. This one is made in Yugoslavia. At least that's what it says. On the barrel, I'm looking at it. It's an M75 made in Yugoslavia. Favorite gun, Angel Hood. One of them is that TTI Can at Combat. The one next to the blue one. Hi, by the way. I must scroll from a live saying how guns are bad, and I see this. Yeah, and then this just proves them wrong. They're good. What's the next to AK at SK12? So that's an AK right there. That right there is a SKS. That's a Sega 12 clone. That's an AR-15. Benjamin says, hey, remember me? I remember Benjamin. If it's made, you go, that's a Zastava. It's a Zastava, but it's a made in Yugoslavia. Yeah, it's an M18. If you could only have one, what would it be? Evan, probably the one that started it all, honestly, even though I like some others better. But I got a lot of attachment to it. It's inside the safe. It's a 22 Savage bolt action Mark II. Angel says, nice. Let's see, obviously I allowed it. I'm saying there's like one point in time in history, but like it was like they said something to us. Moonfleck, are you okay? Last time you were saying some funny stuff too. Tracer, I have a 20 gauge in the safe. It's a bolt or a pump Weatherby. Sword Napoleon Bonaparte. Nice, Alex. Blacks live stop sharing their stuff. Moonfleck, are you on something? Are you okay, my friend? Remember me? S12 clone, gotcha. Yeah, it is. Can you get to gun range and fire a gun? RIP Yugoslavia. Yeah, I heard about that, dude. We can't do live shooting on at ranges, Angel Hood. What's your dream bike? H2 Jalen, I don't know. You should go to a gun range and a gun. He's on that moon sugar, if you know what I mean. He must be. He was saying something funny earlier on the last live. And I was like, okay, it didn't even make any sense. It was irrelevant. And then he's doing it again. Oldest 22 revolver you have. Jason, it's probably this one that does not function right there. That's from 1880s. Angel says, okay, can you show your oldest gun? Gavin, sure, why not? It's a Kentucky rifle from 1840s roughly. 1820s to 1860s is when they made the cap and ball. So I'm going to say 1840s. It's a hunting rifle. Let's see here. The hill is actually ivory and gold. The blade is steel and golden laid, and the sheath is ivory. Dude, that sounds like a fancy knife there, sword. Do you plan on getting the 1880s revolver back in action? Not that one because I don't think I can find parts for it because it's not brand. Now that's 1880s, 1890s. That's 1880s, 1890s. So is this one. That one is, and that one is as well. I don't know, Angel. Don't know. I never calculated it. My dream box, that 1000RR, did my dad drop the stove? My dad drops at H2O. Whatever that means, Jalen. What's the small top left revolver? Last of the set of 6. Don't recognize it. What's the last top left revolver? That one? That is a H&R, or sorry, an H&A, a Hopkins and Allen's. Double action. Sonny, we have a 44 Magnum lever action right there. What's your thinnest gun? Goober, that one. My 330, my 380 Bodyguard 2.0. I'm back. What's up, Best? Did you get all the updates done on my MP5? Bear, the only thing I did is I put the brace on a while ago. That's the only thing I have. I don't have the FRT on it because I haven't bought one yet. Guys, by the way, Super Chats will get you 2 things. The one Super Chat will get you to look in the safe if you drop a Super Chat. The rest of the Super Chats, the donation, the actual money, goes towards the channel to buy a TX22 Taurus to put an FRT in it, as well as an FRT in that MP5. Colt Open Top 22. That would be nice. And a Whitney. Nice. Hey, Best. Welcome back. Where do you source parts? A lot of times, old stuff like that would be on eBay, believe it or not. I love it. Thank you, Dano. Beat Riz says, hi. I have a gun from 1389. Angela Hood. I think that's a mistake because they didn't have them then, I don't think. Gotta love the MP5. Yes. Autocorrect. It's tiniest. Oh, my tiniest. It's in there. I don't have it out. It's a little single shot 22. It's also my rarest and oldest. It's from 1869 to 1871. It's called E. Allen's and Co. from Winchester. It's a brass body. Can't stay long. Okay. Jalen, I'm not really sure. There's a lot of stuff that would be nice to have. It's hard to know what a dream gun is. Also, Sir Napoleon Bonaparte own was meant to be used on horseback because it's so sharp. There you go, Alex. Welcome. 44. I purchased a revolver for 18. Nothing's for sale, Gary. You're on the toilet. Allegedly. Yeah, when can I be mod? I have been to 4 of your lives, please. I've been waiting. Best. That's not how it works. Just in case just because you're here 4 times doesn't make you a mod. Just because you're here ever since I started live 2 months ago doesn't make you a mod. I got to get to know the person. I got to know how it is. What is it like shooting the 500? Mr. Stuff. If you look at my channel, I have a video of me shooting that 500 and the 460. You'd be surprised how I handle it. It's actually pretty good just because I shoot a lot. Jesus, welcome back. I have all sorts of ammo. Do you have any bolt action shotguns? I do, Bear. Right there, it's a Marlin. Original goose gun, 36-inch barrel. Best budget revolver, your opinion, says Snow. A budget revolver? Probably Taurus. Or Rough Rider, if you want just a Plinkin 22. You share the brass body 22 single shot you just mentioned. Jason, I cannot. I would have to touch a gun, and I'm not allowed to do that on live. We can't touch a gun on live. We can touch them on video format in shorts, but not alive. Oh, that sucks. Those are very fine rifles. Yeah. Sorry I was missing your stream. Couldn't have been able to watch her until now. No worries, Ethan. Wait, is that a mini revolver? I got a whole bunch of stuff. Or fine revolver. Sorry. Then what I do... What do I do? What do you mean, Best? What do you mean what you do? You just, like everybody else, just talks and mentions stuff, asks questions. Jason says, "Day, okay, are you my father?" I am your father. I am your father. No, Jordan, not yet. I just affirmed today that the range bag was what won. Would you ever consider? No, I'm not, Gary. If you want to end it and leave a mess for first responders, which caliber would you choose? Tony, we do not need that in the chat, unfortunately. We do not need to be talking about that. Let's see here. Unfortunately, he had to go. Unfortunately. For him. That was crazy. I know, right? He had to get the boot. Do your kids share interest? I'm actually not married. I mean, I don't have any children. Well, I'm not married either. But yeah, it was a sick comment. Um, I I share with my nephews. They shoot my 22s and my 9s. My dad shoots my 357 mag and with 380s, and then we do skeets and stuff for family and get-togethers. So what's today? Thursday revolvers. Yes, Gary. It's called Wheel Gun Thursday. Are you a dealer or just collector? I'm a collector. Sick collection. Thank you. Mr. East at said hi. If I could send you a picture of one of my swords, which would you want to see? Alex, do you have Instagram or Discord? Do I feel lucky? I don't know. You feel lucky, punk. Those single action. A lot of them are, some aren't. What is Friday? Gary, tomorrow is Semi-Automatic Pistol Friday. Like how do get to be mod? I don't know what you want me to do. You best, like I said, not everybody becomes a mod. Sweet is super fun. Skeets. Oh yes, they are. I've been watching one more day, then I'll be watching your stream for a week now. Thanks. Skeets, yeah, they're fun. But yeah, just because someone's been here a long time, because I have people that have been here since I started, and they're not mods. It's just randomly, you just kind of can tell a little bit who they are in a way, and then you're like, they ask very nicely. They don't like beg all the time or whatever. Tomorrow I'll be in your stream for a whole entire week now. Nice, Mr. Ethan. I heard my dad's Savage 410 bolt action, which uses mags. Nice bear. Mine uses a mag. If it's 2 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. It shoots the 3-inch mags, 3-inch magnums. Glad you have people to pass down those possessions. Yes. Yeah, I've got my nephews love shooting these things. My brothers do too. They have a few guns themselves, but you also on Twitch because I don't see messages about the mod. No, I'm not on Twitch. Messages about the mod. What do you mean, Gary? I don't have anything mentioned about mods anywhere. Would you prefer a revolver or semi-auto self-defense? David, up close, probably a revolver. If I'm at a distance, semi-auto. How many gardens do you have? I don't have any gardens. I have guns. Well, sorry if you think I am being too what? Have any fulls? I don't, Jesus. Anyways, I'll be on stream tomorrow. I'm setting in for the evening. Alex, you'll be on stream tomorrow. You got enough subs, huh? The guy that said he was here a month and wanted to be a mod. I don't remember who that was. I get so many people through here. And right now I don't have their actual names. It's your channel handle, so I don't recognize them very well. YouTube right now is having, I guess, a little issue. Let's see, or something like that. I do not like people that beg for all my stuff, or I don't, and I don't like to beg for stuff either. Yeah. Landon, what's up? Robert, no, nothing is. Landon, welcome. How you doing today, man? Android Gamer, pretty good. My face still feels a little bit heavy and stuffy. Last night, I didn't do a live, but I did one in the afternoon. I did one this afternoon too, guy, in Tombstone. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to @Landon I3H. Shout out to Landon-I38. Gary says, or Herd Bull says hi. Gary says, I have to go, guys. See y'all. Good night. See you, Gary. Want to so bad. For what? Oh, well, like I said, I don't make everybody eat those. When does YouTube not have issues, right? Never. Is there a gun that surprised you first time shooting it? The big magnums, I guess, too. The 500, the 4.6 dab on top. You're welcome, Landon. Anyway, good night. See you tomorrow. I might pop in to see the live. Okay, Alex. I like your background. Thank you, Landon. Those are some nice curtains, yeah, from Amazon. Just off of Amazon. What products do you clean with? Hopies, bolster. I use birchwood, and I use Hoppies. I use the spray can birchwoods, those things up there. Let's see here. Know that I want to get live so bad I need 5 more. Guys, shout out to Best Rival Clips. He needs 5 more subs, guys, to get it to 50. Shout out to @Best Rival Clips. I like your background. Thanks, Landon. He needs 5 more subscriptions, guys. Go sub out to him real quick. The Colt 45 is this one, Robert Vasquez, right there. It's a Cimarron 45 Colt. I think it's a cattleman. I think it would be considered. Appreciate y'all showing up, by the way. 64 in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It'll help you get put into the giveaway. We are giving away a range bag. You like the wood? I do too. As you can tell, I have a lot of guns with wood. I do have semi-automatics though. They'll be out tomorrow. All my semi-automatic pistols will be out tomorrow on the table. I forget how many I have. I have like 5 or 6 22s, and the rest are 9s and some other oddball stuff. Don't dox yourself, but best chain outdoor store. Best chain outdoor store? You're talking about like Sportsman's Warehouse, REI, Big Five, Dick's Sporting Goods. Sports Authority ain't around anymore. Cabela's, Gander Mountain. What's the other one? Bass Pro Shop. Yes, the real Linden. Sprouts. We don't talk about that. Bass Pro. That's the thing. I am far from Bass Pro or Cabela's. They're away in Phoenix, and I'm like 3 hours from Phoenix. Now we have Sportsman's in Tucson. I'm about an hour and a half from those. Joy Bay Ontong, what's up? For those who are new followers, how can we support yourself? How can we support yourself? Support me? I have a membership for $1.99 a month. I also have Venmo and Cash App, or you could do super stickers or super chats. And if you do super chat, super stickers, or any donations really, I'll open the safe or rack one of the guns. 30 minutes from Springfield. Nice, Jason. A new Spartman's Warehouse, super nice near Tucson. Yeah, Android, is that where you're at? I heard about the one. We used to go to the one on Thornydale all the time by Home Depot. Now, the other one I've never been to. It's on the east side, right? I think so. Home of original Bass Pro. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been to Bass Pro. I was rarely at. I would go to Bella's a little more often. You're looking right at it, James. It's funny. They ask, can we see the AK? And it's like right in front of them. Right in front of them. It's right there. Like, yeah. I don't have a Luger Reich gun. I do not have a Ruger. Yes, I am a near Desert Diamond, near Ciahuarita. Wow, my grandma's over there. She's off of like Irvington or Valencia over there. Shields. No, we don't have Shields over here, but I guess they're pretty good. I don't know. I wish I had a Luger. I'm back. Your live stream crashed for me a couple of minutes ago. Really? Sorry about that. We got a huge Bass Pro Shop in Missouri. Yeah, we have one in Phoenix, as well as a Cabela's, but they're 3.5 hours from me. The one I was at last would have been a Cabela's in Nevada about 1.5 years ago. Make sure to drink water, take your vitamins and supplements. There we go. Thanks. Where do you go shooting? I shoot out in the desert, as well as there's a range by me. What kind of AK is it? Assault. It's a Kalashnikov. I'm fixing my phone case. I'll be able to talk for a little bit. Okay, see ya. Same. One day I'll have enough money to have an American pray for me. There you go. Bass Pro owns Cabela's now. Yeah, they do. They do, yeah. It's funny. You would have thought it was the other way around, that Cabela's would have bought Bass Pro Shop, but it wasn't. Bass Pro bought Cabela's. But one of these days I need to go to Sportsman's to get some stuff because I have a credit card with them, and I have points that I need to use up. Do I dirt bike? I don't have a dirt bike, Gabe, but I have driven a lot of dirt bikes. My cousin has one. That's the last one I drove like 6 months ago. But when I lived in Honduras at a mission, I ran a dirt bike all the time. Well, duh. My question was, who's the manufacturer? Kalashnikov. Is it legal to just go far out in the desert, far away, and shoot? It depends where you're at, Android. Like where I shoot is state trust, and the only time you can go shooting there is during hunting season, and you need to have either a hunting license on you or a permit to go on state trust. It does say no target practicing, but at the same time it says you can hunt. So it's weird. Plus, there's 2 sections that people target practice all the time where I go. Welcome back, Maggie. What is the mini revolver? The all-black one. The all-black one, that is an H&R 32 Smith & Wesson short. That one it's too much play. It's a wall hanger. How many missions have you been on? Did you say Honduras? Yes, I lived in Honduras for 1 year and 6 months. He was at a children's home. I was their airport runner, clinic runner. I was their repairman for the facilities there, like a handyman. And then I was in Mexico for 10 days doing some stuff on a mission trip. That was back in 2008 for the mission trip, or 2009, January of 2009 for Mexico. But Honduras was 17 to 19 for 1 year and 7 months. Used to have a cap gun on it. Nice. Same model. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a Smith & Wesson. Sorry, it's an H&R, but it's a Smith & Wesson 3220. I have two other H&R, well, one other H&R over here. That one's an H&A, a Hopkins and Allen. Evan telling others about Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior and help people out. Ruger, nice. Amen, brother. I am a believer myself. He is my Lord too. Although the flesh sure wants to get on top pretty often. That little old bugger, that serpent, the devil. My son's serving chili. Nice. Do you have a mini Glock like a little Glock? I don't. I have one of their bigger ones, a Glock 10, Glock 20, which is a 10 mil, right there. Is the Smith & Wesson Model 1 two guns above the black H&R? No, that's an Ivor Johnson right there, 32 Smith & Wesson short. That one is an Allen's or Hopkins and Allen 38 Smith & Wesson short. That one is a 32. That one's a 32 Smith & Wesson short. That one's a H&R. This one's a Allen, Hopkins and Allen's. Have a good night, man. God bless. Same to you, buddy. It does. It is a daily struggle just because we all have that struggle. We do. Yeah, until that serpent is cast in the lake of fire forever, we'll continue to. What do you think about Glocks changing the lineup? Dave, I think it's kind of dirty to me. They're just bowing down to the libs. Have you tried spinning one of the lever action shotguns like the Terminator? Maggie, I have a lever action shotgun. It's behind me. It's a 10 gauge. But the stock on it's too long to do that. Here. The stock on it's too long. It's a 1901, made in 1901, 10 gauge. But the stock would be too long. What do you have for a Colt? Do you have 22 pistols? Hunter, I do. I have a whole bunch of them. Those are both 22s. That one right there with the rose-looking handles is 22 with the engravings. Both of these Colts are police positives. Original finish, early 1900s. This is a 32 Smith & Wesson long. That one's a 32-20 Winchester Special. Like the NAA Pug, I have a handful of NAAs. That's the only one I have. 22 mag. But that would be cool. That's just my dream gun. Yeah, it would be neat. I own 7 North American armed pistols and never shot any of them. Where's your Python? Gen C, I don't have a Python. I think Glock has no choice, unfortunately. Yeah, they were getting a lot of lawsuits, and so before they get into more, they decided to go ahead and do this. Yeah, they blamed the gun, though, instead of the state, or the switch itself is already registered. It's registered separate from the gun. So ban the item, not the gun. That's what happens when all the Dems states sue you. Yeah. Do you keep ammunition for all the different guns, so many different calibers? Yes, Evan, pretty much. I don't have any ammo for the second one up on this row is a rimfire 32, and I have a rifle that shoots that as well. I don't have ammo for that. Nice. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Dave. Thank you, my friend. $1.99. Guys, Dave Murphy is our first member. If you want to become a member and help support the channel, it's $1.99 a month. And you get a little bit of special content. You get teasers before others, a more in-depth teaser, and see some other stuff. But, guys, we got a super chat. So we get to open the safe. Let's see here. Yeah, thought it was a pug when flashed past it. Yeah, it looks like a lot like a pug. Do you have any pellet guns? I do. No Red Riders or Daisies, though. Hunter, I have a Glock 20 right there. You have any vintage ammo for your vintage wheel guns? I do. You have a Python that's covered with Armalloy? And I wish I could get some revolvers, but Canada's stupid. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that does make any sense. It doesn't. What's really dumb is California does not allow Gen 4s and Gen 5s into their state, which are the ones that are able to accept the switch. So why are they banning them? Because they only go up to Glock Gen 3, which doesn't accept it. Maggie, yeah, right there. It's not Colt brand, but it is. It's a 1911 Smith & Wesson. Carson, so I have a Smith & Wesson 460 made by Smith & Wesson right there. That is a BFR Magnum Research 500 Smith & Wesson round. How many rooms in your house are devoted to firearms or hunting? Just this one, yeah. Just this one. Just this room. I'm not like the arms collector, I think it's called, or the collector. He's got like 6 or 7. Guys, 40 in the chat. If you could subscribe, it'll help get you into the giveaway we'll be doing in a few days to a week, something like that. I own a Taurus G3C and 327 Federal Magnum rifle revolver. Bob, what brand is your 327 Federal? Do you have an M16? Maggie, I don't. I have a AR-15. Didn't the same guy start NAA and BFR? Good question. I don't know. BFR is by Magnum Research, which makes the Desert Eagle. Not sure. Maybe. That's funny because those are teeny ones. What's the oldest revolver you have? Hey, welcome, Investment Joys. My oldest revolver, I believe, is this little 22 with the rose handles. It's like 1880s. It's a Taurus 327 Toro. Oh, nice, Bob. I was looking at online today. It was a short. Someone had a Smith & Wesson. That was a revolver, a 327. I thought, well, that'd be kind of cool to have. The collector guy spends like $50K a month on firearms and related stuff. I know. The only thing I can think of is he must have Bitcoin. Do you have any World War II guns and some that look alike? So those are the 2 that look alike, the Colts that I have right there, Maggie. Here, I'll take you guys off the stand. World War II, this is a Mauser right here from Turkey. It's from 1938, so right before World War II. The one behind it is a Smiley 303 British, and it's a Lee Enfield from 43. It's a number 4 Mark 1, contracted out by Savage, and the other one's a Mosin Nagant M38. It's the carbine from 43. It's a World War II. And then I have a Cold War pistol in there that's a Tuckeroff from 54. It's a CC52. And then I have a Cold War SKS right there from Norinco. Boy George, we have a Glock 20. Right there's my Glock 20 10 mil. Met a firearm influencer once. The amount of stuff they were given was incredible. 2 to 5 free guns a month. It must have been a big guy investor. I just started. I don't get anything. I troll sometimes, but I like guns. There you go, Bob. Let's see here. Wait, do you have a flintlock? Maggie, that is a roughly 1840s cap and ball style hunting rifle from Kentucky. Is the Turkish gun equivalent to M1? No, because an M1 is semi-automatic. This is a bolt action. This is way older, too. That thing is super accurate. Do I have a Maverick 88? I don't. It'd be nice, though. They're pretty good guns, I hear. I have a Winchester 1200 and a Sears and Roebuck 200 that are made by the same company. Let's see. If you could collab with any YouTuber of your choosing. Evan, we're going to collab with, here shortly, with FAL Man. He's out of Phoenix. Let's see. Maybe 20K subs, 200K subs, even was gifted several $10 race pistols. $10? Or you mean like 10,000? Wow. Thanks for coming by to a little silver emblem around. That means you at least have 100,000. Subscribe. When is that giveaway? It's going to be in a few days, hopefully. 10K, I dropped it. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, race guns aren't cheap. With this little special sidearm thing, and the sight is up on top, mounted instead of over the slide. It's mounted to the side of the gun. Coming back, my thing is fixed now. There you go. There you go, Ethan. Have you heard of the guy Scott, aka Kentucky Blue Suits? Yes, Maggie, I have. I watch him every time. I would love to collab with him. Like for lives, I have the local guy, FAL Man. He's up north for me. Shout out to FAL Man, by the way. But it would be neat to collab with some of the other YouTubers that are a little bigger. Like Brandon Herrera. Of course, Demolition Ranch, if he still did it, but he doesn't. He retired. And then, yeah, Kentucky Ballistics would be nice. Or even Banana Ballistics. Hootie Hoo. One Shot TV. Do you do your own gunsmithing? Evan, I do some for my double barrel shotguns. I'll get them messed up and then fix them. My power button was broken. Had to fix it. Oh, I like the forest background. Thanks, Bob. But yeah, I've repaired some of my double barrels that are loose or janky like. So I do that. Pretty much that's all I've done with guns. Working on them. I tried spinning with my lever action shotgun Nerf gun, but ended up smacking myself in the face. Yeah. See, that's the thing too. Mine's really long. The 10 gauge I have is super long. It's from 1901. It's a Winchester. It's the model 1901 too. It's the one that took the place of the 1887. It would be great just to chat with Hickok. Yes, yeah, that's another one. I really like him. I got to go to bed. Good night. It's 11:03 where I'm at. See ya, Ethan Grunwald. Appreciate you. Near Kieran, because I'm a Grunwald too, guys. Do you have any revolvers that you can convert calibers? Chili Willy, I have a 357 Magnum that shoots 338 specials. I have a 22 mag that I can change the cylinder out to shoot 22 LRs. And I have a 45 Colt that I can change the cylinder out, which is right here, to 45 ACPs. Hickok will always be my favorite. He is one of my favorite, buddy. He is. I never got on the, wagon, Paul, the one that passed. I just started getting on his videos when he started getting cancer. What was the cheapest and what was the most expensive gun? Evan, my cheapest it's in the safe. It's a 12 gauge shotgun from a yard sale for 50 buckaroos. My most expensive that I've paid for, yeah, that's it, Paul Harrell, is the 10 gauge double barrel shotgun right here. That's a Silver Hawk made in 1960. Just checked. It was Dick Carsol that started NAA. Well, that's the same guy that made the 454 Casul, which he made it first in the Ruger Alaskan, I think, or the red Super Hawk. Yeah, he's the same guy who made the 454 Casul. Wow. Is the Dame guy. Same guy. Yeah, I figured. Wow, guns at yard sales, not California. No, Evan. No, I used to live in Cali too, but before that, I lived here in Arizona. So I lived in AZ from birth till 2012. Pretty much. I was in Oregon for a little bit, but as a family. 2012, I moved up to Cali for 12, 13 years, and I just came back home over here near my parents and my grandma's last December, November. But yeah, it's pretty rare even here, Evans, but you'll see it. Of course, at swap meets. You see them at swap meets. But yeah, nothing here is for sale, though. These are all my private collection. Nothing's for sale. Maggie, I have one of those TikTok automatic toy guns, but pulled the trigger and hard, and now it's just popping out. Is it one of those goat guns? My favorites are mostly yard sales. Much easier to get oddball. Yeah, get an oddball. Yeah. Pawn shops, too. Pawn shops. Swap meets pawn shops. Yep. Where are you from? Investments? You must be from a place that does private sales then. Arizona does, so. Cali used to until the libs keep taking over. There have not been a Republican, governor there since what? Arnold, I think. You're in Central Ohio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Now it's like a green and black clock. Oh, interesting. Central Cali. Last time I was in Ohio was last May. I think it was not last May, but a year and what? A year and 5 months ago? Yeah, a year and 5 months ago I was in Ohio. I flew into... What state did I fly into? No, Ohio was 2023. I went to a wedding there. One of my buds from a church I was at married a girl out there, and then they moved to Cali. All of them. 19 in the chat, guys. Let's see, 70% are subscribed, 30% aren't. Let's see here. It is really dangerous to shoot a shotgun with one hand. Maggie, I've done it with my 12 gauge shotgun, the one I got from a yard sale. It's in the safe. Last quail or dove season. What was it? March 15th? No, May 15th was the last day. I forget. No, September 15th. September 15th was the last day. And I was just looked up and was because I was gathering up some doves I got. And I looked up and I just put my arm out and put the butt up against. It's pretty easy, actually. Missouri is pretty open with gun sales. Very few restrictions. Just one of many reasons Missouri is among the best states in the union. Yeah, same with Arizona and Cali too. Matt's back. What's your funniest pew pew to shoot? Funniest pew pew to shoot. This one's interesting to load because you got to pull the pin out that's in front to pull out the cylinder to load it up. That's 22 mag, the NAA. What's my funniest to shoot? I have no idea, buddy. Single shots are kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Not sure, really. Depends who's shooting it. Because it's a big gun, it might pew them away. 410 you could shoot on one-handed easily. Yeah, I've got one. Sorry, I meant funniest. Let's see here. Hey, Whiters! Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, my friend. Because single shots really aren't funny or funniest to shoot. I don't know what the funniest really is. I'm not sure how to define funniest. Oh, funnest. Funnest. I like my 10 gauges. I like those big revolvers. They're fun to shoot. My TTI Canet Combat and that Sketch. Those are both fun to shoot. Those two over there. The blue one's the Sketch. What do you do for a Klondike? A Klondike bar? What would I do for a Klondike bar? Pretty much an ice cream sandwich. Yep, today's revolver day. I switched to clarinet today. Hey, Aviation Mapping. What's up? I forget what your actual name is. YouTube's using it different. Evan, I'm not sure. I like ice cream sandwiches. In honor of Doc Holliday. Oh, yeah. I was just over there in Tombstone today, guys. If you want to see the live of that, I did two of them. One's about a 35-minute live, and the other one's like an hour and 10 minutes, maybe. The mini revolvers are so cute because they're so tiny. Yeah. Hey, but they're still pew-pews. Ice cream sounds good right now. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Sure does, folks.
Guys, if I would stop the live and restart it, put a 1 in the chat if you would return. Put a 1 in the chat if you would return if I start the live back up. Yeah, 357. I did get a whole bunch of Amoco on sale. It's just TMC. The algorithms of YouTube right now have been horrible, so we usually run an hour, then restart it. All right, guys. It might not alert you, so you'll probably have to go to my channel, which is Desert Armory and More. You'll find me there. I'm going to restart the live, and we'll see you shortly, guys. See you in a little bit, guys.